my folks did not go out much, not even a movie. Folk was politic back then, protesting, feeling groovy. We lived out in the suburbs, it was a special thing when they drove into Chicago to hear a mailman sing. That next week they took my sister, 1 week later they took me. Got a stamp on the back of my hand and I saw my destiny. Just an ordinary mailman with a gift for stringing words, who wrote and sang the greatest songs that we had ever heard. And everyone was different, and every time was new, and every other month or so we'd write a song or two, with the mugs of Coke and peanuts in the musk and cigarettes. We'd sit through rock star wannabes to hear John's second set. Hello in there in paradise and Flag to Cal again, and one he never did record. Will anybody be my friend? Will anybody be my friend? At Quinellen Junior High School, the guys called me a fag. My homeroom teacher called me out, I wouldn't pledge the flag. There was Johnny Cash on Wednesday nights to make life worth the time, waiting for the weekend, going down to see John Prine. On Christmas there was no one in the old Fifth Peg's back room but our family and one couple listening in the gloom. And I called out a favorite song. John stopped his show and smiled at me in a growing silence there. I felt like heaven's child. It's a blessing I would carry through trouble, dread, and tears. And I gave John a pocket knife that he kept for luck for years. 2 full sets, sometimes 3 each night, a double bill. Everybody knew the reason that black room began to fill, with a feature in the Daily News and 2 in the Sun-Times. There were folks from every walk of life going down to see John Prine. And so it was a joyful thing, and sorry now because it's just a ghost of memory how beautiful it was. That song so filled with loneliness should leave us less alone, as if to love your neighbor were as easy as the phone. He'd sing, a friend that's been turned down will be a friend of mine. Strangers felt like family then, going down to see John Prine. So we all were happy, and happy for his sake, when Goodman brought Christopherson to score Johnny's big break. We'd see him at the airy crowd, up there where he belongs. To think that now the hungry world would get to hear these songs. And a few years on in Boston, he went down to see his show, and we waited in the hallway, but he couldn't say hello. We saw him being interviewed, my sister Jane explained. That's all part of his job now, publicity's insane. The critics raved, the drunkards roared, the groupies got in line. It would never be the same going down to see John Prine. At the Folkies Sunday softball, for weeks they had it planned. John would come to play a game with his entire band. I had my year-old son there, we had brought him down to see a man who just ignored him and barely noticed me. He was out of shape and shouting like his good time wasn't real. Then he headed out for a private thing with the boys in center field. And I wished it didn't matter, and I wished I didn't care. Just my tough luck to love someone who wasn't really there. On a sunny summer afternoon, for me the game was blown. Who'd believe this strung-out fool was the man who wrote Sandstone? At Rose Record Store on Ashland, 1987. Felt a mile awkward when I stopped in to see him. A woman had her picture taken with him there and signed, but it just made me nervous going down to see John Prine. And at his last accounting, there's bound to be a do with St. Peter and the Muses and Montgomery's Angel too, saying who's to speak for anyone, who's to cast a stone at one who eased our loneliness but couldn't bear his own. And if I reach the pearly gates when comes my time to go, hope St. Peter's not too busy to step out and say hello. Will he sing, a friend that's been turned down will be a friend of mine? Or stamp the back of my right hand, you're going down to see John Prine. There in the gloom I will request my favorite songs again. Paradise, hello in there, will anybody be my friend? That's paradise, hello in there, will anybody be my friend?